Hey loves, welcome back. Today I'm going to tap into the 9-9 portal energy for the divine masculines. You guys, this portal literally is about completion. Okay, completion, awakenings, spiritual alignment, and really stepping into your higher self. Okay, so let's see what spirit has for you today, tonight, whenever you are tuned in. Okay, because this video is not time sensitive. All right, y'all. So use discernment as well as you are viewing this video. So let's see. I'm doing a spread. I think it's about 5 cards. So bear with me. And I'm also using a deck I'm not really too familiar with, but I'm going to work my way through it. Okay. The Muse Tarot. And as I'm pulling, I'll definitely try to explain the cards the best that I can. Okay. Now, the closing cycle. Okay, so what's the closing cycle for the divine masculine? Excuse me, y'all. The Muse of Emotions comes out. This card is like, it's about being in touch with your desires, being balanced, being peaceful, right? Having that inner calm, or that inner knowing. Okay, so I feel like this is more about like being true to your heart. All right, but let me continue to pull and then I can clarify a little better. Now, when it comes to the awakening, definitely feel like a truth is being illuminated. Yep, the Moon card comes out in a reverse position. The Shadow Purge. Purge is release, right? So we got the Justice card coming out in the reverse. The Soul Alignment. I got the World card upright and the Six of Inspirations in the reverse position. Union code for card number 5. The Fool card. Okay. Now, got one more. Card number 6, the Path Forward. The Eight of Voices in the reverse. First thing that came to my mind just now was freedom. Okay. Liberation. That's the path forward for you guys. But however, let's jump right on in. Let me set my intentions. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Thank you, my true guides, for showing up and helping me with this divine masculine reading. Thank you for protecting us as we go through these portals and close the gates to anything not in alignment with the divine's will. All right, y'all. And so it is. So with that first card coming out, right? With this Muse of Emotions, all right, coming out in the sideways position. Let's look at this. I feel like, again, this card is about emotional maturity, like that inner peace, again, being true to your heart. And what I'm seeing here is like the divine masculine is closing out it's like they're closing out a cycle of emotional instability. So, even in those moments when they let outside influences or fear dictate, how they love, the divine is calling in for balance. Okay. So I just heard authenticity. I don't know why I couldn't get it off my tongue. Authenticity. Did I say that right, y'all? But that's what I'm hearing, right? And so it's like they're being pushed to follow their heart 444 on a timer to what they truly desire. Okay. The awakening, like with this moon reverse, that's that, energy of, you know, what's done in the dark comes to the light, right? That's that energy of the illusions being stripped away. Okay, and what was once hidden is now being revealed. Okay, so of course the portal is definitely bringing in, releasing those secrets, but I feel like the masculine is really awakening to their truth. Okay, that truth that they've been avoiding. So that's key. All right, like that truth that they've been avoiding, they're now clearly seeing where they have been deceiving their own selves, okay, and this portal is literally like shining a light on those shadows, okay, or where those shadows used to be. All right, let me drink some of my hot tea, y'all. I hope I'm not getting a cold, because I definitely is. Today kind of weird for me. But when it comes down to the third card, which is the shadow purge, right? That release, with that justice coming in a reverse position. Let me see something. Okay, so when a justice comes in a reverse, right, it's really speaking about, you know, and what I'm hearing is like a lack of integrity. Okay, now that imbalance, the dishonesty, the denial, like all of that, the divine masculine is now facing where they've been unfair. Okay, where they turned the blind eye, or even where they've been judging themselves too harshly, right? So the shadow is rising to be released so that they can literally stand in integrity and truth, okay? So when it comes down to, you know, what they're, so let's just say it like this, right? The world speaks about completion, okay? It speaks about, you know, things coming full circle, right? Wholeness is also what I'm hearing. That's when you accomplish things, right? You accomplishing whatever it is that your heart desires. And I feel like they're stepping into a whole new chapter that's involving that, right? So it's like spirit is showing that they got to release the need for outside validation, right? Because the masculines do operate a whole lot on what other people think, especially when it comes down to the karmics, right? But however, it's like they're realizing that true alignment doesn't come from applause. It doesn't come from, you know, needing to be validated. It comes from wholeness within. It's going to come from them. And so the portal is calling them to graduate from the old cycles and literally step into their self-defined success, right? And that's how I'm hearing, I'm calling in wholeness. I'm calling in wholeness. And this is even for divine feminine. All right. It's like nothing short of that. Nothing less. No shortcuts. No nothing. Right. We got to go through boot camp. Let's just put it that way. 8:18 on the timer. Okay. Now, when it comes down to your journey here with divine masculine or divine masculine, when it comes down to your journey, it's like there's a new beginning here. And like I said, it's like that feeling of now you're ready to take that leap of faith. It's like you're moving forward here with that blind faith. That's all I keep hearing it. So it's like when it comes to love and the connection, you're being guided to just like take a chance. And the union code is literally clear because it's about trust and it's about surrender. Now, divine feminine had to go through a period as well of surrendering. And so once divine feminine surrendered to the process, surrendered to the divine, you know, surrendering, you know, stop trying to control everything, it pushed the masculine into that same energy, right? So the masculine is beginning to mirror that. They're beginning to see that. And this is why they're some of them are literally embracing starting fresh, and especially with an open heart, okay? And it's so beautiful because the freedom and the liberation and the breaking free from the mental prisons, it's like they're being released from that and they're stepping out that cage of fear and limitations, right? And so again, like I said, it's like I just keep hearing liberation. It's like that's the word for the day, liberation, right? The path forward is literally about walking in truth, courage, and higher alignment, y'all. So the 9-9 portal bringing in some